quite common questions I get because um, a lot of my viewers are trying to get a real clarity about this career. That's important, right? Instead of confusion or chaos. And I highly recommend that. I highly recommend that before you jump into this career, that you get a clearness about what it is you'll be doing. And that's one of the top questions here. We'll be talking about that today, okay? Number one, let's get into it. How can I feel more prepared? And this came from someone who's gone through a 2-year degree program. And no, I don't bash those programs at all. You learn a heck of a lot. And in the certificate program, you do too. But what you don't learn is in a lot of the programs, the curriculum is a practical side of how to assist the attorney, which is what we'll be doing. So how do you rectify this? How do you solve it? Well, to feel more prepared, you have to know how to help the attorney. That's what you'll be doing. And so I highly recommend, and this goes along with question number 2, which we'll get into. I highly recommend you go to my website and get the free Paralegal Playbook. That is at paralegalcoffeetalk.com. Write this down and look under the Paralegal Resources Hub. That's a tab. And then you will have to sign up. It's free. Get the playbook, but also look around the hub. This is part of your journey to feel more prepared, to understand what the career is about. That's part of your preparation. Numero uno in the legal field is never assume anything. And don't listen to people's opinions necessarily, or, really weigh those opinions. Or hearsay, where it's, made up, or it's just one of their experiences, but it's not, like 100% across the board what happens in the legal workplace. So be careful with not getting the facts. The facts are something you need to go after about the career, and then when you're on the job, and not listening to like anything that's a guess. Never guess in the legal field, including when you're looking at this career for the first time. Okay, so the attorney needs you to perform certain duties, and as an assistant to the attorney. Okay, you're not going to be an attorney when you're entering into the paralegal career. We are not baby attorneys. We are paralegals, and we are helping the attorney, okay? And we're assisting the client in certain respects. We don't ever give legal advice. We never cross that line, okay? So when you get the playbook, you're going to go to the middle of one of the pages where it talks about researching paralegal duties in specific areas of law. I want you to get a notebook while you're doing that research, and I want you to write down what you find out. What are those paralegal duties? And list them out or print them out. And research each one of those duties. This is what you call drilling down. You're finding out what the nitty-gritty is. What do we do every day as paralegals in family law, in real estate law? What are we actually doing? And that's how we help the attorney. That's what those paralegal duties are. That's how we assist. So use a page of your notebook for each area of law. And it will empower you. It will prepare you, but not just the research. Learn how to perform a few. Listen to what I'm saying. A few of those duties. And then what do you do with that info? Well, if you want to go into family law, for instance, then you're going to describe what you know how to do now. Just those few areas. And you're not going to say I'm an expert. You're going to say I'm familiar with this. And in the interview, you can even say this. I'm not an expert, but I found out this. And you can discuss it intelligently. You can write notes to yourself to take on the interview during the interview. Job applicants are not doing this. When I learned how to do this, it took my resume to the top of the pile, but they weren't interested in my resume as much as that cover letter. Really, really understand this. Grab hold of this. They look at your resume for 15 seconds. Your cover letter, they study. So don't use it as an intro to your resume and think the resume is the king or queen. You have to nail down that cover letter, okay? Number 3, no experience, what do I do? This is a biggie. One of the biggest questions I get asked. Lack of experience won't stop you from getting in. We all went in without experience. Now wrap your head around that. We all went in without experience. Very few of us were in an internship, okay? Or worked for a public entity, for free or something. Very few of us did that, but yet we got in. So that cover letter is so important to you. And the research you're doing regarding the paralegal duties. And then you have to learn some of those duties. And then when they see that initiative, when they see you're a self-starter, when you are putting that in your cover letter about what you're familiar with, and then you go on the interview and you ask questions. They are calmed by you asking questions because they know you won't be on the job trying to hide something, or that you're asking insightful questions. Now, what are those questions for? They're to show that you're not afraid to ask questions, but also, and I don't mean about benefits, okay? I mean insightful questions. And I teach this, by the way, in the Paralegal Inner Circle class. But they want to make sure that you are going to ask questions when you are unsure. The worst thing for them is when you try to hide stuff and you made a mistake and you're not owning up to it. And you're scared you're going to lose your job and all that. They know that this happens. And so when you start asking questions, they know that you're a self-starter. They know that you're going to seek the facts out and the answer, okay? So be sure. And what is the purpose of asking those questions besides letting them know who you are, is so you know who they are. And you know that you want to work for them. I have backed out of many, many job offers because I did not like the culture of that particular workplace. I saw it, I could feel it, I didn't want to be there. I could also see it. I could see a mess on a desk that I would have to clean up. And I asked an office manager about all the files I saw piled on a desk. I mean, probably 50, 60 of them. And she said, oh, we just haven't been able to get to that. That will be your job. You know what that does? That slows me down from doing my other work. And it means that they didn't manage something correctly, and I wanted no part of their work culture. So those are the nuggets I'm giving you so that you understand. Don't be desperate. Walk away from that. Red flag comes up to you in an interview, but by asking questions, this is how you find out. Can you be 100% sure of the workplace? No, but you can get pretty close. I would say in the 90% percentile. You can get close to saying to yourself, okay, I can work here. I like what I saw. But you can get, a certain feeling, but from the moment you walk in and talk with the receptionist, and whether this is a good place to work. And those questions you ask will fine-tune that for you in your mind, okay? So those are the 3 top questions, 3 of them. There are many more that I get asked. Those are the very top. But if you have more questions that you have one that's on your mind right now, you can ask it while I'm live, and I'll try to answer it. Or if, again, I'm not going to teach my class on a live video, so that there's no time for that. But ask the question, I can answer you and possibly do a video about that. But if you want to ask privately because something's troubling or you don't want to put that out publicly, then email me at paralegalcoffeetalk@yahoo.com. Okay. Now make sure that you go over to the website and get that playbook under the Paralegal Resources Hub tab, and the website's paralegalcoffeetalk.com. Look under every tab. There's the legal break-in book, there's bar charts, the book is not free, but I mean, look under every tab so that you get an understanding. And this all for beginner paralegals, but that hub, Paralegal Resources Hub, yes, sign up for it and take advantage of the free info there, as well as get the playbook. Okay, and that's it for today. Give me your feedback. Love getting feedback from y'all, and questions. Love getting those too. So have a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video, more than likely tomorrow. Have a great one.